Hello, dear friends. Welcome to another study of the Spiritist magazine. Whichever way you're watching this live or on demand, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about issue 50. Issue 50, there is one article in issue 50 I want to bring to our attention today that is titled Everything Comes in Due Time. So today, the invitation is for us to exercise patience. Here it is, you have issue 50 of the Spiritist magazine. And remember, you can go to spiritistmagazine.org where you can find all of the issues for downloading. What you're seeing here on the screen is an image from my computer, so you can do that as well on your own computer, where you can have the issue, you can read, you can study, you can use the articles of the Spiritist magazine to conduct the gospel at home, to bring consolation and hope not only to yourself but also to your family members and friends as you embark on this journey of learning with the superior spirits. And issue 50 was published in July of 2020, and it's dedicated, is the 50th issue of the Spiritist magazine. That shows to you how long the Spiritist magazine has been around, bringing to you the consolation that we need. We just have to use the resources on spiritistmagazine.com. I've done many other videos where I show to you what the website looks like. You can also download the app for your phone. Go to your app store, whichever platform you use. You can download it on your tablets, on your phones, every issue using the app. And then if you wish, you can even use some of the articles, some of the issues of the magazine have at the end topics for children. I'm going to show it to you now. Here you have stories for children. You can use the Spiritist magazine from before birth, in the womb, all the way to the grave, from the cradle to the grave. So there are resources for everyone, because guess what? If you're reincarnated in this time on the earth, we are all in need of this consolation. God has granted us the opportunity of having this consolation, so we need to make use of it. Some of you are joining us. Welcome. And how we are going to do this? We're going to go back, scroll down to the article. And this article here is by the Spirit, Humboldt, by the medium Miss M. This article you're reading was published by Allan Kardec in the Revue Spirite. Won't even attempt to pretend that I speak French. So this is the original Spiritist magazine of Kardec's time, where he published many articles, where he conversed with the listeners, where he exposed the ideas. It was really a laboratory, and in laboratories we make experiments, we show things, we get results. And this article comes in due time as well, because who doesn't want to know? So I'm not going to read the entirety of the article because I want you to go there and read it. So the Spiritist magazine, this article is from the Spiritist magazine of March 1867. That is almost, I don't know which day it is, but 10 years after the publication of the first edition of the Spirit's book. So here you have someone asking a question of the Spirit. Let me see if I can make it look better. Doesn't really have. Okay. So here's the question. Regarding the magnetic experiments in the verite of 1866, I was mesmerized and thought to myself that this very admirable force could perhaps be the cause of all wonders, all of the beauties incomprehensible to us of the superior planets, and whose description we are given by the spirits. I ask the good spirits to clarify me with respect to this. Pausing right now to ponder. Here is the knowledge you and I need to have. There are wonders, beauties that are incomprehensible to us in the superior planes, the superior planets, therefore in the superior spheres of life. The beauty that already surrounds us on the earth and the solar system and the Milky Way, all the images we receive from the telescopes that surround the planet, showing us the immensity of this universe. Goodness is prevalent. It prevails everywhere in the universe. Everything that we see that comes down to lack of knowledge, of ignorance, of evil created by humans is temporary. Even though it may feel to you and I that it is everywhere, but it's temporary. The wonders and the beauties are much more than we can comprehend. So here's someone asking that the spirits enlighten him or her through the medium Miss M. How thankful are we for the mediums that bring us these teachings? All the 5 books of Kardec, the main 5 books, all of the works of the Spiritist magazine, 400 plus books of Chico Xavier, and the probably almost 300 books of Divaldo Franco, depending on when you watch this. There is so much that you and I still need to learn and dedicate our time to this knowledge. What are the things that you are asking the spirits in your daily lives for clarification? What are some of the things you want to know? And are these the right questions to ask of the spirits? Right? Because we can ask, and some spirits may answer. They may not be the superior spirits, but they will answer depending on the quality of the question, the intent of the question. But we can ask as well. We can ask for consolation. We can ask for clarification. But it's almost always up to us to know what to ask and when to ask. And he answers, poor humanity, aren't we poor? He said, the eagerness to know, the devouring impatience to read the book of creation upsets your mind and dazzle your eyes used to darkness. When they stumble on some passages that your spirit is still a slave to matter, is unable to understand. But be patient, the time has come. So how impatient are we? We want to know what is coming. We want to know what is next. But our future reincarnations, to how we find ourselves decades from now, are a consequence of how you act today, what you ask today, what you do today, how we focus the resources we have today. How impatient are we sometimes? How impatient are you being? Because we can only control what we do, right? We can't talk about others. But if each person asks themselves those questions, am I being patient? Do I want to know too much? He says, we are still slave to matter because this planet, blessed it is still a planet of trials and expiations. If you go to the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 3, the spirits will enlighten us about the 5 different types of planets in a very didactic way. They will explain to us what are those planets, who lives on those planets, those 5 kinds. And I'm going to invite you to go there and read it, as well as the essays on the spirit hierarchy in the Spirit's book, question 100. Go there and look at the different orders of spirits and how they behave, and it can give you an idea of what those marvelous planets above the hierarchy where we are on the earth yet are. And he is bringing to us that God, the great architect, is already beginning to unfold before your eyes the plan of the building of the universe. He's already lifting the veil, the edge of the veil that hides the truth from you. A ray of light illuminates you. So little by little, we can know of what's coming, what is next. As we improve our intellect, our knowledge, as scientists go out and discover the wonders of the universe, or not discover, but describe the wonders of the universe, we get to know. But we may not be ready today to know of everything. So today the invitation is for patience. Be content with these premises. Accustom your eyes to the sweet light of dawn until you can endure the splendor of the sun in all its vigor. Give thanks to the Almighty, whose infinite goodness spares your weak sight, gradually lifting the veil that covers it. Have you thanked God today for the blessing of being one more day in this reincarnation? There are so many spirits living off of the atmosphere of the earth, and you are allowed to be here, connected to the physical body, commanding the directives of the physical body through your spirit's mind and paraspiritual body. It's a blessing to be here. And he will later talk, that's why the invitation is for patience. Be content with what you already know. Seek to know more, and at due time, God will grant us the opportunity of knowing. See, because the person asks, can you clarify the wonders, the beauties, what is still incomprehensible to us? We are unable to understand those kinds of planets and the life of the superior spirits in spheres like Christ, where Christ lived and the spirits that live with him and around him, right? We're still yet to know of that. You have already been told everything that comes in due time. Do not anticipate it because of your great eagerness to know everything. Leave to the Lord the choice of the method that the Lord thinks is most convenient for instructing you. So God has granted us the blessing of Christ, who is at the helm, who is steering the ship of Mother Earth in its evolutionary path. So God knows when to bring us the information and the knowledge that you and I need. For now, we work. We start with ABCs. We learn to spell, then we understand a few words, a few pages. We progress with patience and persevere, and you come to the end of the book. But if we skip pages and chapters, that's when we want to go ahead, we want to know more. The whole seems incomprehensible. In fact, it is not in the designs of the Almighty that humanity knows everything, so conform to His will. It is for your own good. But in the meantime, what do? You read in the great book of nature, observe the nature around us, the beauty and wisdom that surrounds the beings in the lower kingdoms that live in this earth with us. Instruct yourself, read, let's leave our phones aside. Let's read the books of Kardec. Let's study them. Let's take time to do the gospel at home and pray every day. Clarify our spirit so we know what we're talking about. And now we're just repeating the words of someone that we heard on a video, on a talk somewhere. Be content to know that God judges you appropriately to teach you during your time on the earth. You'll not have time to read the last page until you read it. You are disconnected from matter. So until you and I in our long evolutionary plane reach this state of superior spirit, we're not going to know of all the wonders, but we can build upon it. We get to know of chemistry, of biology, of physics, of engineering, math, of science and medicine today on the planet we are at. We get to know of the wonders of medicine that grant us the health through vaccines, through measures of public health, through hygiene, through respecting the rights of others, to being inclusive in our view of who has the right to receive resources and abilities. We learn where we are today, and then one day, many reincarnations from now, we get to the point we don't need to reincarnate anymore. And then we start internship in the superior spiritual realms as well. Yes, my friends, learn and instruct yourselves, and first of all, progress in morality through the love for one's neighbor, through charity and through faith. So go out there. Reach out to those who have less than you do. We need to stop thinking that we have to hoard all of the resources for our own family members, friends, with the scarcity mentality that I need to take because there's not enough for everybody. What makes it less for everyone, or some who are lacking a lot, is because of some of us, even if you're not super wealthy or full, we hoard the resources in our communities to those who look like us, to those who have the same income as us. We need to start sharing the resources. We need to progress through immorality through the love of one's neighbor, through charity, through faith. It's essential. It's the passport in front of which the doors of the infinite sanctuary are open to you. So the invitation today, dear friends, is that you go out there, that you grow and improve and learn. And if you fail, you try again. If you haven't quite reached out the point that you need, you try again. Every day is an opportunity to restart anew and to thank God for the opportunities that you and I have in this life, in other lives that to come. And today we reap the benefits of the goodness we did in our lives. We experience it. We have experiences and we experience hardships, if that's the case, due to the need of learning and progress. Reach out to us. Visit spiritistmagazine.org. If you have a talent that you'd like to share, like to put to good use, contact us. There's a contact form on spiritistmagazine.org. There's also an email, spiritistmagazine@gmail.com, and you can be in touch with the editor-in-chief, and she will contact you and see what you have in mind, vet the ideas with the superior spirits, and then we can also contribute that way. Share, like, subscribe, do all of the things that we need in order to spread the good news of the Christ. The good needs to be very bold and spread itself. Dear friends, thank you so very much for being here. Stick around at 9 p.m. We have our dear friend Carol Correa, Dr. Correa, who is going to talk to you about the Spirit's book. She's studying the many different questions on the third part of the Spirit's book, and also many other hosts. If you're listening to this on the playlists or on demand, You can download the Kardec Radio app so that you can have it at your fingertips at your own convenience. Thank you so very much. Have a great time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.